evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Little Way drama performance. Enjoy. You can't take it with you.
finish your second act yet, Mrs. Sycamore? I said, did you finish the second act?
Oh no, Reba. I just got Cynthia entering a monastery.
She was at the Kit Kat, wasn't she?
Well, she was at the Kit Kat, but she gets bored and there's a monastery, so she goes there.
Oh.
And then she just stays.
You mean she stays all night?
Well, you know, she stays 6 years.
My, I bet she busts that monastery wide open.
6 years later.
Hey, where's the bomb?
I'll be right down, Mr. DePinna. Just want to show my wife these new firecrackers. Penny, we can make up a lot of these before the 4th of July. Sell them for 10 cents a string. Watch. Nice, huh?
Yes. Dear, were you ever in a monastery?
No, I wasn't. Kids go for these like hotcakes.
That's wonderful, Paul. Did you do that this morning?
Yep. Cost 18 cents to make them. We'll sell them for 50. Mr. DePinna, how many do you figure we can make before the 4th of July?
Well, we got 2 weeks yet, but Mr. Sycamore, I'm afraid that the powder chamber is too close to the balloon.
But we've got the stars and the bombs in between.
Yeah, but that doesn't give the balloon enough time. A balloon needs plenty of time.
Okay, let's go down to the cellar and try it.
All right.
Mr. DePinna, if a girl you loved entered a monastery, what would you do?
I don't know, Mrs. Sycamore. It's been a long time. Is Alice coming home for dinner?
I don't know, Reba. Maybe.
Well, I'm setting a place for her, but she's only been home one night this week.
Yes, I know.
Essie is making some mighty fine candy today. She's trying something new with coconuts.
That's nice.
Let's see, 6, and Mr. DePinna, and if Mr. Galenkov comes, that makes 8, right? Yes, I better set it.
Reba, make sure you get the snakes fed before Grandpa gets home. Now how fussy he is about those.
Yes, ma'am.
I will help myself to my own best candies.
Mr. DePinna was right. The powder chamber was too close to the balloon.
Want one of my candies, Father? They're called Love Dreams.
No thanks. I gotta wash. We're gonna put some red stars after the bombs. Then the balloon. That ought to do it.
You know, Mr. Kalenkov's is like his most promising pupil.
You'd think, with 40 months and one girl, something would happen. And that's what?
Hey, Essie! Where's Essie? Where's my beautiful wife?
I like that, Ed. Did you write it?
Nah, Beethoven.
Oh, it's lovely. Got a lot of you in it. I made those little babies this afternoon, Ed. You can take them round tonight.
All right. Now here's the finish. This is me. How was that?
That's fine. Remember when Kalenkov comes, will you?
All right.
I was right. It was too close to the powder.
Anything you want printed, Mr. DePinna? How about some more calling cards?
No thanks. I still got the first 1,000.
Well, call on someone, won't you?
All right.
What have we got for dinner, Reba? About ready to print the menu.
Let's see. Cornflakes, watermelon, some of those candies Essie made, and some kind of meat. I forget.
I think I'll set it up in bold-faced Cheltenham tonight. Doorbell's ringing.
That must be Daisy. She and Reba are so cute together. They like flowers and butterflies.
Hello, Reba. Daisy. Well, hello, everybody.
Hey, Daisy.
Hi, Ed, Essie. How have you been, Mrs. Sycamore?
I'm well. Daisy,
Yes, ma'am.
have you ever been in a monastery?
No, I
newspaper caught a big mess of them today. Did you know that the musca domestica is applied to the supporters at Florida? It is believed to have evolved in the Cenozoic era, possibly in the Middle East, and has spread all over the world. With these hot temperatures, conditions are ideal for studying them at
You
once.
sure did catch a lot. At least most of these are still in one piece.
I see you have been working, Mrs. Sikora.
Oh, yes, Maisie.
How's Grandpa?
He's well. He's at the graduation exercises this afternoon.
Mine.
N-E-A-T. Well, what's he go there for all the time?
I don't know, Ed. I mean, it's so handy, just around the corner.
Oh, Daisy, we're taking fireworks up to Mount Vernon in the morning. Want to come along? You always look good at helping sell them.
Sure, only I can't take money for it this year because the government doesn't want me to work.
Hey, I got a wonderful idea about this. I was reading Trotsky. It's yours, isn't it?
It is.
Who? You know, Trotsky, the Russian Revolution. Anyhow, it struck me. It was a great fireworks idea. Remember the last days of Pompeii?
Yes.
Well, we sure need more fireworks displays, and we haven't got anything exciting enough. Couldn't we do something Russian? It's all the rage these days.
Mr. Sycamore, if I may suggest, why not the Russian Revolution? There was plenty of fireworks in there.
The Russian Revolution. The clash of colors. The reds and whites. You hit on something brilliant.
Paul, that's wonderful.
The red fire's the flag, huh?
Sure, and the Tsar, and the Cossacks?
Well, sir, you should have been there. That's all I can say. You should have been there.
Was it a nice commencement, Grandpa?
Oh, it was wonderful. They get better every year.
Big class this year, Grandpa? How many were there?
Oh, there must have been 2 acres. Everybody graduated. The speeches were funnier this year, too.
If you want to hear a good speech, you want to hear Father Divine.
Oh, they'll have him there yet. Excuse me. Miss Poppins, this is my granddaughter, Essie. And this is her husband, Ed Carl. What do you think, Miss Poppins?
How do you do?
Help yourself to a love drink. They're on the desk.
This is my daughter, Mrs. Sycamore.
How do you do?
How do you do? Please have a seat. Miss Poppins, have you ever been to a monastery?
A monastery? Well,
What's the matter, Penny? Are you studying?
Well, I seem to have gotten myself into a monastery, and now I cannot get out.
Oh, well, you'll think of something.
Remember the time you got stuck in that jail?
Oh, yes, but Ed, I did the same thing.
Is Alice coming home for dinner tonight?
She didn't say.
You know, I think she should stop working in that millinery shop. They make her work such long hours.
Penny, she hasn't worked there for 5 months.
She hasn't? Oh, well, isn't that a shame? She was going to get me this hat I left.
She works with bankers now.
Bankers, you say? Well, S's dancing teacher needs to borrow $100 on his car. Maybe Alice could help him with that.
Sure. Kirby and Company just loaned somebody $80 million.
We must speak to Alice about it.
Grandma, Mr. DePino was right about the power chamber. It was too close to the blue.
Have a love drink now, Father?
No thanks.
Miss Poppins, this is my son-in-law, Mr. Sycamore.
how do you do?
We were testing a skywalk, and Mr. DePino was saying,
all the time. You can't have that powder chamber too close.
Miss Poppins, Mr. DePino.
How do you do?
Miss Poppins is going to stay with us for a while.
You are? That's wonderful.
Oh, yes, but just for a short time.
That's what I thought that day when I came to deliver the ice 9 years, 8
Give her Americanism. Let her know something about Americans. John Paul Jones, Patrick Henry, Samuel Adams, Lincoln, Jefferson, Washington, and Mark Twain. Yes, sir, when things got tough, they didn't go around looking for isms. As Lincoln said, with malice towards none and charity for all. Nowadays they say, think the way I do, or I'll bomb the daylights out of you.
Why don't you go back to your wordplay, Mrs. Sycamore? I like that one best.
You did, Reba? Oh, I might.
I'm just going to call and see if Alice is coming home for dinner.
Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr.'s office.
Now, that's clever the way you say that.
Miss Alice,
Oh, hello, Reba.
are you coming home for dinner?
Wants to know if I'll be home for dinner.
No.
The man says no, Reba. Tell Grandpa that I love him just as much as ever, but a terrible young vice president is keeping me very busy.
Ask if anyone there has been to a monastery.
If anyone there has ever been in a monastery?
Were you ever in a monastery?
Well, no. But I'm the fellow that got caught in a cave once.
Really, whatever happened to you?
Well, I fell completely in love, and the cave caved in, and I haven't been heard from since.
Oh, hello there, dear. Where are you off to?
Oh, I was just going to see Tony.
Well, he's very busy nowadays. I doubt you'll be able to see him.
Oh,
Hello, Mother.
oh my. Well, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll visit your father for a while.
Busy, was he?
Definitely. Goodbye, Reba. The ceiling just fell in. Would you be so kind as to give me the wanted section of the newspaper?
Play something, Ed. All right.
Oh, Grandpa, there's a letter came for you, I think yesterday. Did you get it?
A letter from me? I don't know anybody.
It was for you, though. It had your name on it.
Well, where is it?
I don't know. Well, where's Grandpa's letter, Mother? What? Where's that letter that came from Grandpa last week?
I don't know, but I do remember seeing the kittens on it.
Well, who is it from? Did you notice?
Yes, it was on the outside.
Who was it?
The United States government.
Really? I wonder what they wanted.
There was one before that, too, from the same people. The one that came last week ended up in the icebox, and the one the week before I accidentally used to light the stove that one time it went out.
Well, if any more come, I do wish you'd give them to me.
Yes, Grandpa.
The God is state. The state is God.
What?
God is state. The state is God.
Who says that?
Trotsky.
Oh, that's all right. I thought you said it. It's good for printing, you know. Nice and short. G O D space I. What comes after I?
Why doesn't Ed use his printing for some practical use?
Wait a minute. I've got another idea.
What is your idea?
Whoa.
That wasn't very loud, was it?
Nah, we can get it louder than that. Well, may I tell it?
Oh, why, yes.
Why doesn't Ed print out fireworks and then put them in the candy boxes? That'll advertise for the revolution.
Say, that's a great idea. Watch for the revolution. It's coming soon. Or, coming soon. Watch for the revolution.
We've got plenty of those red flags. You can write about them as well.
The red flag will sweep the country. Get your red flag from Sycamore today. I could use my big time.
Hi, Alice. I made up a beautiful song today by Beethoven. Hello, Miss Alice. Anybody get hurt when the ceiling fell in?
No.
Oh, books a little left. Books a little left.
Get your red flag from Sycamore. How does that sound, Alice?
What's so special about him?
Yeah, has he got horns or something?
Well, maybe he's handsome like Ed.
I better put a tie on.
Where'd you meet him? Better set another place.
Oh, no, Mother. We're going out. I thought he'd better take you in easy doses. Mother, please don't read many of your plays the first time he comes, because I like him. I wouldn't dance for Ireland because we're going to the Monte Carlo Ballet. Oh, does anybody know what time it is?
Well, it was about 5 o'clock 2 hours ago, wasn't it?
Oh, never mind. Instead, the young man's name is Tony Kirby. Let me know the minute he comes.
Tony Kirby. Say, that's the boss's son.
Really?
Yes, and she told me they made him vice president. Isn't that wonderful?
We could have the wedding reception right here in this room.
Now wait a minute. This is the first time he's called for the girl.
You only called for me once.
But young folks are different nowadays.
I don't know. Look at Eddie. He came to dinner once and just stayed.
That's right.
Whole Alabama football team would have stayed too. That's if you had 10 more S's. How am I doing, Essie?
Well, well, well. What's all this I hear about a young man taking you out to dinner? What's so exciting about that?
Well, a proposal is exciting.
A proposal? Well, that's something different. Sit down. Now let's get down to cases. In love, huh? Well, I my foot. Either you are or you aren't. Let me look at your eyes. Yes, of course. Now, tell me about the boy. Is he nice? That's no answer at all. Do you have fun together? Can't even talk about him, can you?
Not rationally.
Well, who's asking you to be rational? Listen, when I was courting your grandmother, it took me 2 years to propose. Do you know why? Because every time she'd walk into the room, my knees would buckle, the blood would rush up into my head, and the walls would start to dance. Twice I keeled over in a dead faint.
Why, Grandpa?
Yes, she finally dragged it out of me when I was in bed with a fever of 104 and in a state of hysteria. Once she accepted, my fever returned to normal, and I jumped out of bed. Why, it was written up in the medical journals of the times as phenomenon of the century. But there was nothing phenomenal about it. I just had it bad, that's all. And I never really got over it either. Right up into the very last, she couldn't walk into the room without my heart going thump, thump, thump.
My Grandpa. I wish I could have known her. What was she like?
Have you ever noticed a peculiar fragrance in this room?
Yes, but I never knew quite what it was.
It's hers. It's never really left here. She's never really left here either. I can still hear the tinkle of her thin little voice and see her eyes laughing. That's why I've lived in this house for so many years. I could never leave here. It'd be like moving out on Grandma.
Oh, Grandpa. Grandpa, I hope you like him.
Anybody you fall in love with is all right with me. You know that, dear.
Thanks, Grandpa.
What's the young boy's name?
Tony Kirby.
Not the Kirby. Pretty snooty outfit, aren't they?
Well, yes, but it's all right. Tony told his mother about it, and it doesn't matter. I'm so happy I can't think of anything.
You go right on being happy, my dear.
Doorbell's ringing.
Isn't that the doorbell?
Somebody get the doorbell.
I got it.
That's the first time the doorbell's ring since Halloween.
Come in.
Oh, welcome to our home. Everybody's so excited to meet you.
How do you do? I'm Alice's mother, and this is her father.
How do you do?
And her sister Essie, and Essie's husband Ed Carmichael. I'm afraid there's been some mistake. How's that? My card. Wilbur G. Henderson, Internal Revenue
Right here, sir.
Excuse me, I've got work to do.
You mind if I sit down?
Sit right there.
Mr. Vanderhoff, the government wants to talk to you about a matter of income tax.
Mother, is that Mr. Kirby?
No, dear, it's an internal something or other. Mr. Vanderhoff, we've written many letters about this, but we received no reply.
That's what those letters were.
Did you hear that, Penny? This has the party that's been writing to me.
It's not me, Mr. Vanderhoff. You see, the Internal Revenue Department.
Doorbell's ringing again.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening. How do you do, Mr. Kirby? You are Mr. Kirby, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Thank heaven. Here he is. This is really Mr. Kirby.
I'm Alice's mother. This is her father.
How do you do?
Her sister Essie. Oh, and Essie's husband, Ed Carmichael.
How do you do? Won't you sit down? Thank you.
Is that Mr. Kirby, Mother?
Yes, dear. He's lovely.
Oh, I'll be right down.
She'll be right down.
Thank you.
Hey, what's that? Y'all playing on football?
Yeah, a little.
You are awful young to be a vice president, aren't you?
Oh, you know what vice president means. An office with my name on the door.
Is that
Well, I have a secretary. Very lovely secretary, too.
Isn't that sweet, Ed?
all? How about salary? Do you get any of that?
A little. More than I'm worth, I'm afraid.
I'm sure now you're ready to settle down, get married, have a few children.
Now, I'm sure Mr. Kirby knows his own mind.
You mustn't rush it, Mother.
I'm not rushing you, dear. I'm just saying he's bound to get married, and suppose the wrong girl gets him. Mr. Vanderhoff, I've got to get going.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry you can't stay for dinner. Well, drop in again anytime.
If you don't mind, I'd like to sell my business before I go.
Oh, okay.
Selling something for the government. Mr. Vanderhoff, our records show that you have never paid any income tax.
That's right.
Why not?
I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in it.
Mr. Sycamore, I can't get these things to go off. Look.
Not now, Mr. DePina.
No, not now. Grandpa's busy.
Mr. DePina, Mr. Kirby. How do you?
Of course, didn't I hear something about your father? He was indicted or something, wasn't he?
Oh, no, he just testified before the Securities Commission.
I thought the cops got him.
Oh, no. Come on, Mr. DePina. Come along.
Mr. Vanderhoff, whether you believe in it or not, you owe the government 22 years back income tax.
Now, wait a moment. That's too far back. That's outlawed, ain't it?
What's your name?
What's it to you?
Have you ever filed an income tax return?
No, sir.
What was your income last year?
I don't know. About 85, 75. Wasn't it, Essie?
I don't know.
90. Mr. Vanderhoff, that's a serious thing, not filing an income tax return.
Well, just suppose I do pay. Mind you, I don't say I'm going to, but suppose I do. What will the government do for me?
What do you mean?
Well, suppose I go into a store and I pay for something. There it is. I can see it. But what does the government give me?
The government gives you everything. It protects you.
From what?
Invasion. How's the government supposed to keep up the Army and the Navy with all those battleships?
Battleships? We haven't used battleships since the Spanish-American War. And what did we get out of that? Cuba. And we gave that back too. Now, I wouldn't mind paying for something sensible.
Something sensible? What about Congress and the Supreme Court and the President? We've got to pay them, don't we?
Not with my money, no, sir.
Listen, I didn't come here to argue with you.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello, Alice.
Oh, hello, Tony.
Mr. Vanderhoff, you haven't paid income tax, and you've got to pay it.
What's that?
I said you've got to pay it!
Well, then you've got to show me.
I don't have to show you. I just told you. Who's going to pay for all those buildings in Washington, and interstate commerce, and the
Why not? Have they got fences?
No, they haven't got fences. They've got laws. Holy smokes! I haven't run across anything like this before.
Well, I might pay about $85, but not a cent more.
You'll pay every cent, just like everybody else. Now listen to me. You'll go to jail if you don't pay. That's the law. And if you can cure any bigger than that, then you've got another thing coming. You're no better than anybody else, and the sooner you get that through your skull, the better. Holy smokes!
My father makes fireworks in the summer. How's that sound to you?
Pretty good.
Thanks.
Say, he was pretty mad, wasn't he?
Oh, a little.
That might get you into trouble, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Oh, I was just teasing him. I don't owe the government a cent.
Well, we're going. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Right.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
You know, I have never seen you look more magnificent.
Thank you, Mr. Kalenpov. Mr. Kirby, this is Mr. Kalenpov,
How do you
assistant
do?
dancer teacher.
I don't know you, but you are a very lucky man.
Thank you.
I practiced today, Mr. Kalenthal.
My Pavlova. Grandpa, am I in time for dinner? No.
You are in time for dinner, yes.
Well, we're going. Mr. Kalenpov, we're going to Monte Carlo Ballet.
The Monte Carlo Ballet.
It stinks.
Well, good night, everyone.
Good night.
The Monte Carlo Ballet.
Dinner is ready.
My little Rahiba. What would I do without you, my angel? Only 3 shirts. They must be washed by your beautiful hands. And we just want 2 buttons. The Monte Carlo Ballet. Sergei Diaghilev. Then you have a ballet.
Quiet, please. Everybody quiet. Well, sir, here we are again. We've been getting along well for some time now, and we're certainly much obliged. Alice is going to get married, and I'm sure she'll be very happy, because we just met the boy who sent her, and he looks fine. Remember,